Hello and welcome to the Ojai Films podcast. I'm Cameron Hill and I'm joined as always with Jordi. Who, we're now in the second week of our Marvel month, in the second part of our countdown of the MCU movies, like our ranking of them. We left off of Iron Man 3 and now we're moving on to number 9, which is Iron Man, the first one from 2008. They use that in the end credits scene, do they not?
Yeah, and I think during it, like when it's being, yeah, the first
MCU movie. Yep,
it's all
100%
started with this.
Yeah, all like 10 years ago in like June or something. It's gonna be 10-year anniversary. It's very exciting stuff, I have to say. Robert Downey Jr. perfect casting.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Introduction of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark.
Embodiment of Iron Man.
And Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, he's
Obadiah Stane.
He's very well respected actor, is he not? Like,
yes, he is. He's the dude.
He is very good in this movie. Well, he's a bit meh, I suppose. He's good as Jeff Bridges would be in a Hollywood movie.
He was
like
the
that.
first villain.
The first 2D villain.
Yeah.
of a long list of many. Great CGI for the time.
Yes.
It knocks Hulk out the water.
Can you pass me the tissue paper?
It knocks Hulk out the water.
Yep.
What else? So Iron Man is Tony Stark is a man.
Tony.
And then he becomes an iron.
Millionaire playboy philanthropist. He gets bitten by radioactive
iron.
Iron.
Yep.
He gets bitten by a radioactive Iron Man.
And
then he becomes
Iron Man. Yep. He's not trapped in a cave with
He gets trapped in a cave by terrorists.
Yeah. And has to fight for his way out, and he kind of like makes an Iron Man suit because he's very smart. Like Jeff Bridges says, Tony Stark made this in the cave with scraps.
It was just very good. It was a very cool
for a good start. It's a good
film.
start. Like a lot of
because we hadn't seen a lot of Iron Man because Iron Man wasn't the most popular.
He was a B-list, was he not? He was a B-list superhero for a bit.
Yeah, I
think it's a good start. Like obviously, since it's halfway in our list, there's obviously been better movies so far. I like it. It's a really good beginning. Like it's a good start to the story. I know that Captain America's a little bit further on, but it's a little bit before it, but like set a little before it. But this is a good jumping off point for
good beginning. Much better beginning than Man of Steel.
Yeah, it kind of is a masterclass on like not setting up a universe, but not
because it was
in a way that's in your
standalone.
Face. Yeah, it was originally standalone, but there was stuff at the end. It has the first basically Marvel post-credit scene where it's like Nick Fury's there, and he's like, "You're just a part of something bigger. You just don't know it yet." And that's like, I think it was originally. I think Jon Favreau said originally that it wasn't supposed to be in a major universe. Like they didn't think it was going to be what it is today.
Yeah,
it was just a fun little Easter egg. They thought. Yeah, they thought we should add that. They thought they should add in, but I think it became something a lot more when it clearly did.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
it was
10 years later.
Imagine that. I didn't even know it existed until I'd left the DVD running in the car once or whatever. Because like that's how I watched it. Like Iron Man and Hulk were like two movies that were in the long road trip DVD, and I didn't know the end credit scene existed until one time I accidentally left the film running at a service station.
Were there any films before Iron Man that had like post credit scene?
I think there was obviously some
major. Because, like...
When was Pirates of the Caribbean?
2009?
No, I think the other one... all the Pirates of the Caribbean have end credit scenes. End credit scenes aren't a new thing. Ferris Bueller did it before everyone else.
Yeah, but Marvel sort of started off the whole, end credit scene to tease another film.
Yeah, but even Iron Man wasn't a tease for another film. It's a good movie.
2003.
Good movie. What?
Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
It's a good movie. Good movie?
Yeah, it had that amazing bit where he's first getting the suit put on him by all the robots that I watched over and over again because it was just brilliant.
This is our last chance to talk about the hand. What's it called? What's the hand? The robotic hand.
He always abuses. It was horrible.
There's a really sad bit in Iron Man 3 where it's fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, like him and he's like trying to save his wife, and then he falls off the edge of the house, and you're just like, no, don't do that. That's horrible. But yeah,
it comes back in Spider-Man, doesn't it? Yeah,
it gets lifted out of Stark Towers.
It's holding a
which I'm obviously which is a good segue because
I know.
at number 8, Spider-Man: Homecoming, John Watts, 2017. Yeah, how's that? How's that movie for you?
John Watts.
John Watts, is that his name?
John Francis Daley.
No, he's the writer.
All right.
John Watts is the director.
All right. Like John Hughes.
No. Oh, yes, of course. It's like The Breakfast Club, but it's like a John
Spider-Man.
Oh no!
Because he's set in high school.
You could set anything in the high school. It's like, oh my god, it's like a John Hughes movie. Like, that's so annoying. That annoys me so much.
Yeah, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
For Spider-Man film.
It shocked me that it was that good. Like, it sits about mid. It sits
Spider-Man film.
I would say I hold a special place in my heart for the Amazing Spider-Man trilogy. The 2 movies. I want to say trilogy.
Really?
Yes, and I think it's for a different podcast, but I like them all.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is, I think, one of the first superhero films I hated.
Well, that's funny because I think it's one of the best Spider-Man movies.
Really?
I think it goes Homecoming, Amazing Spider-Man 2 for
Do
me.
you love that Jamie Foxx became a villain because Spider-Man didn't remember his name?
Yeah. Yeah.
So bad.
I want to speak about this, but it's not for
Such
MCU countdown.
Bad film.
Homecoming. Peter Parker, after Civil War, Peter Parker is wanting something
being
more.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He wants to be part of the Avengers, but the call never comes.
And
until one day
his girlfriend's dad.
His girlfriend.
Well, yeah.
The girl he had
a crush on his dad is shipping.
Do you remember her name?
Shipping Michelle. Like making weapons out of Chitauri energy stuff.
Yeah, so her dad called Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm. Is that his name?
That's his name.
Yeah. He's Vulture.
He is Birdman, and he was part of a crew.
Damage Control. Even though he was about the thing
he's
that was taken over by Damage Control. Yeah,
he's
sorry.
part of a cleanup crew that were cleaning up after Avengers in New York.
They take the Chitauri stuff and they make weapons.
Yeah, they take Chitauri alien weapons and they make stuff that allows him to be a bad guy and steal things.
Michael Giacchino's score, I like a lot in this. He's a good man. I like Michael Giacchino. He did cool things with it. I feel like it's. Yeah, I like the Marvel Studios logo has the original Spider-Man theme in it, and I love it. But it's just a really catchy theme tune. Like they always say, Marvel movies don't have memorable scores, but I have to say I can hum a lot of these superhero scores.
They every time the Avengers theme plays,
why
it's really exciting.
Yeah, that's why that trailer works so well, is because everyone remembers the Avengers theme tune. Like it's just yeah. But Tom Holland is Spider-Man.
Very good. Probably just my favorite Spider-Man because he is very young and a good Spider-Man.
You like them young, don't you, Jordi?
I like my boys young.
Yep. Vulture. Would you say he's a good villain?
I'd say one of the best villains.
I think he's a really good villain, and
because he's relatable.
The scene where he opens the door. And it's Michael
Keaton. One of the best things. Yeah.
Like when he's picking Michelle up to go to prom, or going to meet Michelle to go to prom or homecoming dance or whatever, and Michael Keaton opens that door, and there was a genuine gasp in my cinema where they just went. I think it was even like a 2:00 show in the holidays or something, and it was just.
I don't think a lot of people were expecting it.
No, they were. I wasn't expecting it. I was just like, like it was, and then that entire car ride. It's also funny as well. Like you're kind of like nervous and laughing, but you're stressing out, and you can see in Michael Keaton's face in the car on the way to the dance, him work out in his head, and it's some great stuff. It's a great tense scene, which is it's so good.
What are the best Marvel villains? I'd say top 3. Loki.
Loki's a difficult one because he kind of redeems himself and then doesn't redeem himself over and over and over again. It's very annoying. I think it's because of fangirls.
But even when he was just a bad guy, he was a very good bad guy. So Loki, Vulture,
Killmonger. Yeah, I'd say so. I wouldn't say.
Where's Thanos gonna place?
I think he'll, depending on how they do it, and if you're right with the whole it's taking place from Thanos' point of view, then I think it might be a number one.
I didn't say that. It was just rumored that it was.
That's what you said to me. So
I don't think it's going to be completely Thanos's. I think we're going to get.
Ego is a good villain, I suppose, but not that. Like I said, he wasn't before. But I think in the terms of Marvel, I think he probably plays 4th because I honestly can't remember anyone else. Red Skull. That's annoying because I really want to say he's really good, but at the same time,
he could still be alive.
Yeah, Iron Man 3. Aldrich Killian. I don't know. It's difficult.
Oh no.
I know. I like that movie so much. I don't think the villain's its strongest point. Yeah, is that all we have to say about Spider-Man? I feel like we've only spoken about it for 2 minutes.
It
But
had a
like,
Ferris Bueller reference.
it did have a Ferris Bueller reference. Everyone was on about the whole John Hughes thing. Do you feel like it felt like a John Hughes movie?
Yes, I felt a lot of it was sort of influenced by the way John Hughes filmed things. Not like the over the top like Spider-Man like superhero parts, but like the friendly neighborhood parts.
I didn't ever get that vibe. Like, I don't know what it is. I never. I'm sorry.
The only one problem I have watching it, and I realize that like every time I rewatch it, is there are no consequences for his actions.
He gets the suit taken off him.
That's it.
Yeah.
He can still function. He gets the suit back.
Yeah.
Easily.
It's. Oh, I forgot. We didn't even mention the fact that Tony Stark's in this movie.
Yep, that's a very good like
mentor kind of thing. I suppose
he's just
he didn't want to turn up to set. I'm assuming like he didn't seem like he was. Robert Downey Jr. probably did a Robert Downey Jr. thing because he's not in the movie a lot. He's only in like a couple like 3 scenes. He's not even in the final battle. Or anything. Yeah. He's in India for a bit of it for some weird reason.
Yeah.
He does show up to help the.
He's in 4 scenes.
Is he?
He's in the scene in the car
when
they're in the limo, the scene at India, the scene when he's like telling off Tom, and then the final scene at the Avengers headquarters. Yes,
it's good.
He's brilliant. I was gonna say something.
You forgot what you were gonna say.
I was talking about him not having consequences because he misses out on the debate.
Oh yeah, that nothing. They're like, Michelle's like, oh, it's fine.
We won.
Yeah, we did it. And he even blows up an entire. He blows up the Washington Monument. And nothing happens.
Yeah.
He saves them though, I suppose. But like, that's not that good. I don't know. I don't know.
I think we're going to get, for what I have predicted for Phase 4.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get a lot of character development from Spider-Man, so I'm excited to see if that's true.
Do you think he's going to be a bit shaken by Infinity War? I would hope so.
Yeah, I'll just say now, I think he's going to die in Infinity War, be brought back in Avengers 4, and then there's going to be like something about that, him dying and then coming back, and it's going to be like all Dark Tower.
So, do you think he's in Homecoming 2, Spider-Man 2, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah.
Do you think... He's
gonna be like Tony Stark in Iron Man.
Okay, Iron Man
2, 3, yeah, where he's got PTSD because he's died.
Yeah, he is,
and he lives like sort of retain that memory or something.
Okay, I think
I think if a lot of time travel is used in Avengers 4, I think a lot of Phase 4 will have consequences from that time travel.
I think it's a very different Spider-Man. Think he'll be out of college. Think he'll be out of high school and that already.
I hope not. I like him still being in high school.
But
I like the idea of having... He's died. He's alive. He has PTSD. He's fought this big war against loads of aliens. He's Spider-Man. He's also got like exams.
My calculation is correct. He will be in his last year of high school by the time, if they follow it properly.
Yeah, if we have Spider-Man graduation,
That my Spider-Man graduation, that'd be weird.
Because it would be like him. It is also him like graduating to become like a proper Avengers or something.
And Sony signed in for a trilogy as well. I'm pretty sure. I need to be closer. I'm sorry, I'm not closer to the mic. Sony signed in for a trilogy. So
just a trilogy.
I think so. Like it's not as many. It's not as many films as you think. I don't know. It's not as many. I don't know. Like it's scary because they don't have the characters either. So they don't have like Venom. They don't have Carnage because Venom's getting his own movie, his own shit movie, and
Carnage. Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I heard that. That's very exciting. Some news that broke yesterday. You can date this when we recorded it. I saw it yesterday. I don't know if it broke yesterday, but that news broke yesterday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's it's annoying that we won't get to see these characters. I assume unless Sony have a meltdown and go bankrupt. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I don't think
that's going to be
good. Do you know who shows up in Spider-Man a lot and like TVs?
Who?
Captain America.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's the funniest thing in this movie. But you're trying to segue onto the next movie, which is Captain America: The First Avenger, and it's only up here because it's my third favorite, and I feel like I have the most edgiest list on the entire planet.
What was your list? Went
Iron Man 3, Captain America, and it's Winter Soldier and First Avenger are interchangeable. I have a soft spot for the Captain America trilogy, just in general. Like they're very. I don't know what it is. I just like Captain America a lot, and this is the most Captain America movie you can possibly get. Like when I go into Waterstones or whatever, and like when I had like the vouchers, I would buy Captain America like collected issues, like like that. I bought Batman or whatever, and I'd be like, Captain America, please. So yeah, I just love Captain America, and I think this is a perfect movie for kind of like him, like setting him up and stuff, and just it's so. I just love the training stuff. I love a lot of the stuff before he becomes Captain America, where he's just they kind of introduce him as a very good guy, and I love him. He's just so cute. But yeah, what do you think about this movie, Jordi?
It was alright.
Oh, well,
like it's just a.
I think it's you know.
It's like it's a classic telling of his origin story.
Mm-hmm. It's told really well though. Like it just.
I think it's Captain America is a very safe superhero to use because he's all about fighting for the good of mankind and America.
It's a very good story about good versus evil.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and it's World War. Two. Yep. Yeah. So it's all about. It's just. Oh, he's so brilliant. He is a hero, and he's
a hero in more ways than just physically. He's a hero of the mind. He's
Bucky.
a hero of emotion. Yeah, Bucky, dies in the middle of this movie, does he not? Dies. Yeah. Which is a bit upsetting. But I just love the look of it. I think it nails the 40s look perfectly. I think it just it looks good for a Marvel movie. It was before Marvel movies looked like shit and then come back and started looking good again. But like, it's a good movie, and I really, really, really love it. Just mainly for personal reasons, but just because it was one of the first movies that when I recognized what the MCU was. Like I'd seen Iron Man and Hulk before, obviously, but it was one of the first movies where I caught into like, oh, this is a big thing. Like it's like not just I didn't see it at the cinemas or anything. I got on DVD, and I caught into it like, oh, this is a bigger thing, and I really love this. Yeah, it's kind of like my introduction to superheroes, which was cool, like proper superheroes.
We got the Red Skull.
Hugo Weaving
died.
He's never coming back. Why do you think he's coming back? He's never coming back. Never ever.
I hope there's a reference to him, like they talk about the straggler that came along, because I think. So do
you think he's working for Thanos?
I don't think he'll be in this film.
Okay.
But I think like they'll mention him saying something like. They'll talk.
Is it going to be like a Spectre where it's like, oh,
and they'll kill them or something? It's going
to be like Spectre where it's like, oh, I was behind everything.
No,
but it's not going to be like that.
No,
good, because I hated that. Yeah, you don't have a lot to say about this movie. I'm assuming Chris Evans, perfect as Captain America, absolutely perfect.
Every casting.
I know Marvel was so good at casting, but like, Chris Evans is something else. He just looks like Captain America.
Yes.
He just looks like him. He just
and
is.
Chris Hemsworth looks like Thor.
I know, but he's so good. Right. Let's move on.
The most recent Black Panther.
The most recent
Marvel film as number 6.
Okay. Yeah. And I feel like this might fall on rewatches. I assume. You've only seen it once.
I've only seen it once.
Yeah, I've seen it twice. And yeah, it's a good mid-range Marvel movie. I think it's a good telling. Black Panther, obviously.
Yes.
Ryan Coogler.
Yes, Chadwick Boseman.
It's a very, very good cast of people.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan is
son
great.
Of Michael A. Jordan.
Is he gonna have a son?
That's true.
Michael C. Jordan.
Hey.
Yeah. What do you think about Black Panther? Tell us.
I thought it was really
interweave it into a story.
Very good. Takes place shortly after Civil War.
But really shortly after Civil War.
T'Challa.
Report on the news.
Yeah, T'Challa, Black Panther, travels back home, returns home after the death of his father to become king. Yeah. I think this film, as a white man.
Oh my god. I love how you have to define. Make sure we know.
Was just to make sure the people know that I feel it was a very good representation of an African culture.
Yeah, it looked great. It looked like it had a really good like production design, Like it just felt very.
It was all colourful.
Yeah, very colourful. Very, like it was, and it's weird to say, but it's visibly different to the rest of what we've ever, what we've seen.
Yes.
So, yeah, there's that. It's like the way the film looks. I think Ryan Coogler does really interesting things.
Ryan Coogler, who did Creed.
Yeah, I still need to see Creed.
Supposedly brilliant. Oscar nominated. Yeah.
Was it Oscar nominated?
Yeah.
It wasn't Sly though, was it? It was someone else.
Are you sure Sloan wasn't nominated?
He might win. Actually, no, he was. Yeah,
he was nominated. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
One of the best top 3 villains.
Yeah, like we already said.
Eric Killmonger. Very understandable his motives of why he wants to take over, because it's all about race wars and stuff.
His dad's killed by T'Chaka. Very early in the 90s, and he wants to be king.
It's because he grows up in America where it's not like the most.
And he's like, oh, Wakanda could help us all.
Yeah.
And
they're not.
Wakanda's very close borders, and he wants to change that, but he goes about it in the wrong way, and it's not fun. He tries to kill people. He tries to burn down like the culture of the Wakanda, and he wants to rewrite history and make Wakanda a more open nation in a way. He's got some points. I suppose.
The only drawback is that he does become just an evil Black Panther, which is a trope that Marvel uses a lot in their films.
Iron Man,
Hulk.
A little bit Hulk. Oh, Hulk, yeah.
Yeah, Abomination.
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk, we should clarify. Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange just doesn't in a suit. Dormammu have come to bargain.
Dormammu's not the Mads Mikkelsen guy, though.
I suppose, but that means you can't say robes are the exact same as like suit, though. Like, everyone has magic powers in that film. So it's like saying, oh, Harry Potter's about a man is about a man with the same suit. No, I wouldn't say so, because its main villain's Hydra. Yeah, so Black Panther casting.
I wish they hadn't killed him. Black Panther cast is brilliant. You have Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Daniel Kaluuya,
Martin Freeman as
the token white
guy, not General Ross.
Andy Serkis.
Everett Ross.
Yep,
Andy Serkis is great in this, and I'm so upset that
they just kill him.
They just kill him off, and no song and dance about it. They just kill him off.
Bang, yeah.
Yeah, bang and dead. I think I want to see more, and it's understandable that it's really made so much money.
Shuri and M'Baku.
I'm excited to see them both in Infinity War. I think that's going to be. I just want to see.
M'Baku's the unsung hero of Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. He wins the fight in a way because he brings his mates in and helps out.
Yeah, because he loses the fight at the beginning to usurp T'Challa, and because he feels he wants he thinks he can be a better king. He loses with dignity, so he leaves, and then he later finds the man that beat him, almost dead, and saves him. And then people come to him. They're like, "Oh, here's a thing that gives you power." He's like, "Nah, I'll give it to this guy because he won. I respect him. He's a better king." And then
he's cool with that.
Yeah.
Right. So, Avengers. No.
Okay.
I just want to move on to because I need to leave.
Moving on to number 5 with Avengers, or Avengers Assemble here in the UK for some reason.
Yeah, I don't get. It's because the Avengers was already a thing.
Oh yes, with
Ralph Fiennes and what's her name?
Joanna Lumley.
No. What's her in the reboot? It was
Nicole Kidman.
No, what's her name from Kill Bill?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman.
Oh right.
Yeah, she looked like Black Widow in the poster if you type it up. Avengers, nothing was ever done before that. Nothing
this
like
was the
this.
First big
the first team up
cinematic
movie.
team up. Yeah. And very exciting.
It was and it's still fun to watch. It may not be a good film, but it's a good movie. Do you know what I mean? It's really fun. It's mental. And watching it just makes you feel like a kid again. And it's Well, I'm a kid still, kind of. But you know what I mean? It makes you feel like a small child.
Yeah.
And like just
It
enjoyable.
was like reading a comic book in which your favourite people show up and
team up.
They fought for a bit. They
Yep.
had infighting. Introduction of the Mind Stone and Tesseract.
Yeah, and you could if you didn't have that infighting, it would be very boring. Like there needs to be some kind of like, are they gonna?
We got Mark Ruffalo's the Hulk.
He blows Ed Norton out of the water.
Yeah.
Completely. I like the fact that he mentions in this film about a deleted scene in The Incredible Hulk where he goes like, I nearly blew my blade. I wanted to blow my brains out, and the other guy spit it back out, and I remember watching that. And
that was in the final cut. That wasn't a deleted scene.
No, in Hulk there was an actual scene where he goes up to the mountain and shoots himself. But it's a bit dark, and it also people found Captain America's shield in the explosion of the Hulk, like breaking all the ice. There's Captain America's shield in the thing, but that doesn't make sense because we find him in the Arctic and not in Canada.
Yes.
So it's weird, but yeah. Avengers, Joss Whedon,
very good.
He's pretty decent at most of the things he does, apart from Justice League.
Yeah, I don't mind a lot of things Joss Whedon does, like Firefly and Serenity, which you need to watch.
No, never.
Why not? I think you're just being stubborn.
I don't have time for it.
I think Joss Whedon can do a very safe,
and it's a safe movie.
Film.
It's a very safe movie.
Very safe, and it introduces fucking Thanos at the beginning, and where a lot of people were like, "Oh shit, who's this guy?"
Hellboy. That's people went, "Oh shit, it's Hellboy."
No,
people did do that.
No, a lot of people thought it was Red Skull.
Did they?
Yeah, because he looks
purple though.
But he had a nose. Does Thanos have a nose?
Thanos has a nose.
You never think about that.
Oh. That's really upsetting to listen to. Don't say that again.
Oh, he does.
He does.
He does have a nose.
He looks like Josh Brolin.
Oh my god, he looks like Cable now that I think about it. Yeah, Avengers, very good.
Apart from that, there's nothing. It's a safe movie. Nothing really happens apart from Loki getting stopped and the Mind Gem ending up there. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, the Chitauri.
Chitauri. Are we going to see them again, or is that what those people are, or is it in Infinity War?
Which ones?
The people in Wakanda.
No, those are the Outriders.
Okay.
But we will see the Chitauri in that scene with Baby Gamora.
Really?
Yeah, they're like those are the people guarding everyone. Yeah, those are Chitauri.
That's exciting.
Because we haven't seen them in ages.
No, we haven't. But like apart from like when we see dead bodies and guns and stuff from like they're like
Age of Ultron, we saw they're never really a threat.
No. I can't think of anything else to say about this movie, which is really annoying me, but like it's just a lot of fun. And I think I've said that for every single film. But you know what I mean? It's difficult to talk about these movies because they're not middle of the road, but they all kind of feel not samey, but like apart from the ones we're about to get into, they all feel a bit not safe, but just kind of enjoyable popcorn movies.
Which is a strange thing, seeing as we think it's better than Black Panther.
Do we though? I think
yes.
It's weird because I think it's when you watch it and
in terms of a cinematic blockbuster, it is a very good cinematic.
That's what I'm saying. It's when you watch it, like once you come out of it and you're like, oh, well that had a couple issues, and then when you watch it, it's like, oh, this is really fun. I'm really loving it. It's
also,
like, okay,
yeah, it's just one of the first ever cinematic universe team ups and it worked.
And it's very safe, but everything after this is a bit unsafe, I suppose. But like,
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
the next
they take more risks after this because they're like, okay, we can start doing different things now, I suppose.
Yeah. Was this the first film after Avengers? No.
What, Dark World? No, Iron Man 3 and then Dark World was the first film after Avengers.
Alright. So moving on to number 4, we have
another sort of team, I suppose.
Another team that nobody knew. It was announced.
It's a little movie that could.
It was the first the film that was announced during my first San Diego Comic Con that I watched. Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was in space now. Nobody really knew how it would work. It looked awesome.
There's a tree in it.
Yeah.
There's a raccoon in it. There is a green lady.
And a green man. And
is he green though? He's more like a
crisp.
He's more like a forest.
He's green.
Like a forest. Like just like a grey, like a dark greeny grey.
Still green.
No. I think it's more grey than green.
He's green in the comics.
Yeah, but they changed him from the comics.
We had Chris Pratt.
Who's insane.
If you had watched Parks and Rec before, like we had, you would have been like, "How's Chris Pratt, the big fat guy, gonna play a superhero?" And then you saw him, and you're like,
Jesus
"Holy
Christ,
shit!"
That man is ripped.
Once again, brilliant casting.
Yeah, I think everyone really aces it in this film.
Yeah,
like most of the movies, everyone really aces their parts. Batista's really good.
I think this was one of the first Marvel films with just a brilliant beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When, even before that, you have the 1-2 punch of mum dying of cancer and then being abducted by aliens, and you're like, holy shit, this is not a normal film. And then you have
like the title sequence basically, where it's like Chris Pratt dancing, because every Guardians of the Galaxy movie has to start with a dancing scene. I hope they continue that. Yeah.
It was brilliant. I remember seeing it in cinemas.
I remember seeing it in cinemas vividly. Like, it's a lot. I think it's one of the first ones. I think 2014 is when I started going to the cinema to see the Marvel movies, because I convinced my parents.
They very much started to step it up at this point.
Yeah.
Especially with new characters that nobody had ever heard of. Not the best bad guy. No,
Ronan.
Lee Pace as Ronan the Accuser.
He's a bit like, I want to be bad because of badness.
Yeah, I don't think they explained the fact that he is Kree and they don't like.
They do kind of. I would know that, but maybe it's because I don't think my mum knows that.
Not Qatar. That's a place.
Sandar. That's it. Yeah, he just seems a bit bad for the sake of being bad.
They introduced the Nova Corps.
Yeah, who are never going to be seen again with us.
Well, Xandar's going to be fucked up in Infinity War. I think that's going to be the first scene.
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll see it.
Huh?
I think we'll see it in our 30-minute preview.
Oh, I hope so. And then we didn't see any of the Nova, any proper Nova Corps, which I was sad because one of my favorite characters is Nova.
I think we'll see Nova. I think there'll be a slight hint to Nova in Avengers Infinity War. Maybe as when Xandar gets destroyed, which is obviously going to do. Do you think there'll be a slight Nova rising from the ashes of the Nova Corps?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't there for the making of the film.
I'm just asking you what you think might happen.
I want to make a Nova film, okay?
Okay.
I want to be that, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, we're not talking about Nova, we're talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
What a bunch of a-holes. This film made you fall in love with a tree.
Yeah. Why are we so quiet today? Don't get it.
I was retired. We've been talking a lot. Mm-hmm. This film made you fall in love with a tree, which I feel for.
Yeah, they actually made me cry over the fact that Raccoon lost his pet tree.
I think this is the best thing. Is this the best Vin Diesel film? Or Iron Giant?
Is he Iron Giant? He's Iron Giant,
yeah.
Really?
Did you not know that? He voices Iron Giant. That's one of the reasons why he voiced Groot, because he was known for having that voice. It's really good. It's one of my favorite films. How do you know if it's not good if you haven't seen it? I don't know. You're very close-minded. I know. You say that about a lot of things. You need to watch good anime. I don't like anime. Firefly. No, you don't. You haven't seen any good anime. I have seen Death Wish. That's not good anime. I've seen the first 5 minutes of Death Wish. That's arguably not good anime. I've seen Your Name, which is one of the best animes. So you've seen 2 animes, one of them not that good, the other
I've seen like maybe 10 minutes in the middle of my neighbor Totoro or whatever his name is.
Totoro.
Yeah.
If you watch Studio Ghibli, you'll like it. If you watch Akira, you'll like it. If you watch...
I've seen Ghost in the Shell, it's a Scarlett Johansson movie.
That's not that.
Alright. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 is fun. It's fun for the whole family. There's lots of music. The soundtrack is banging. James Gunn making purple seem cool again.
There's still that Easter egg that nobody's found.
I don't think it
supposedly
exists. I don't care. You keep saying it exists.
There are still a lot of Easter eggs.
Someone picked out an Easter egg that James Gunn thought no one had seen, and it was the fact that there's like something written in Skrull or Kree in Rocket's binoculars when he looks to Stanley, and it goes over his face and it says in Kree or Skrull or something Excelsior. Yeah. It's cool that there's still. I think James Gunn really cares about that kind of shit, and he just kind of like.
And how when it goes to the places, it shows coordinates, and those coordinates like it spoiled Volume 2 because it talked about something says like mother, killer, and then on nowhere, which is a celestial, like his dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart. Oh my lord.
Moving on, we're in the top 3. This is serious.
This is serious.
Boys
we'll
and
talk
girls.
about them more now because I feel like we've seen these movies pretty recently.
Yeah, this is the next number 3.
Is your number?
It's my favorite.
Yeah, is it your number 1?
No, but it's my favorite.
Your favorite. Okay. Thor Ragnarok, Taika Waititi, 2017.
Taika Waititi saved Thor.
He did. He single.
I think this is the most comic. Before Infinity War comes out, I think this is the most comic booky.
It's also very comic, as in funny.
Yeah, film because very colourful, very playful, delightful.
Can you see why people wouldn't like it though?
Jeff Goldblum.
Sometimes that humor isn't for everyone. Like the humor in the film is.
Are you talking about the Marvel humor or Disney humor that people?
Taika Waititi humor, which is a bit like not awkward, but in a way like. It feels a bit like it's been forced in there, but it's not been forced in there. It's kind of like, kind of.
I don't see how people can't like Taika Waititi.
I can see why people are like, the jokes seem forced when they're not forced at all.
How can you tell a joke that's not forced?
It doesn't make sense. I know what you mean. So yeah, it's just kind of, it's really clever. I like the color. I think the color's great. I think Banner's funny in this as well. Thor's funny in this.
Hulk's funny. Tessa Thompson
steals the show.
Korg wins every time.
Will we see Valkyrie again? Is she going to be in Infinity War? She must die. Oh my god!
Korg must die as well.
No.
Unless they get on an escape ship. Unless loads of them get on an escape ship, and a lot of them die, and Thor allows people to escape by attacking, and then he gets hit off. And that's why he's spinning around in space.
I don't want him to die. No. Why did I just think about that? Right. He steals the show. Jeff Goldblum as the big bad, in a way. Not big bad, but a bad guy.
Yep.
He's one of the side baddies. He's fun. I love that colour.
He's brilliant. I don't think Jeff Goldblum acts.
Do you know?
I think they just give him a situation and he's just Jeff Goldblum because...
anything he says, it feels like it's Jeff Goldblum all the time.
Yeah.
If you watch an interview with Jeff Goldblum, he's exactly like the Grandmaster.
A lot of Taika Waititi's... Marvel gave Taika Waititi a lot of freedom with this because a lot of the stuff reportedly was improvised.
Mm-hmm. And apparently originally this film was really serious. I remember Kevin Feige was like, this is going to be like Thor's Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
This is going to change it. And it didn't.
And then he was let's put a lot of colour into it, have 80s synth, which is probably my favourite music, please.
80s is my favourite synth as well.
80s synth music.
No, my favourite synth.
Listen to Magic Sword.
Okay. Ragnarok. Ragnarok is the big man. Big fireman, is he not? Or is it the prophecy? So
Ragnarok is the prophecy from Norwegian... what's it called?
Norse
mythology. That's it. about basically the end of Asgard and the gods and how Surtur sort of destroys God, and they brought it into this very well. A lot of I'm always surprised with how deep they go into Norse mythology in these films.
Is Kate Blanchett's character a thing?
Hela, yeah.
Is she in Norse mythology?
She's not. I don't think she's Thor's sister.
Okay.
But she is definitely a thing. She does have something. No, I don't think she has anything to do with. I think she's just a goddess of death.
Oh my god, it's a death.
I'm the goddess. What are you again? Your phone's still on.
Oh, turn myself off. Yeah.
Brilliant soundtrack. Brilliant use of Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I don't like the fact they uses it twice though. I think that's a bit
Do you know?
No, I would have been better if he used a different song. I don't understand why. Maybe it was because it was so expensive a song to buy that he had to use it twice to make.
I would have preferred Everybody Dance Now. But...
I'd have preferred any other song.
It's one of my favorite songs. So I liked how they used it when it was just, it's like, oh, here's Thor being Thor. Let's make it awesome by going slow motion and adding Immigrant Song. I think it worked very well.
I think it works the first time. I don't think it works the second.
And also the fact that like the first few minutes, the first like maybe 10 minutes is sort of normal Thor score, and then like it's only when it's sort of goes flying through space to get to Sakaar that it sort of transitions into 80s synth, which is brilliant.
Although you've got to remember that Asgard has a surprise Matt Damon and a surprise Sam Neill.
Surprise Matt Damon, surprise Sam Neill, surprise Luke Hemsworth, which a lot of people didn't realise.
I didn't know it was Luke Hemsworth until it took me a while to guess it was. I could have guessed it was him, but I couldn't.
Have you seen Westworld?
No,
because he's in Westworld, so I had seen that, so I knew him from that. I don't get how people didn't realise it was Sam Neill, because it looks like Sam Neill.
It doesn't look like Sam Neill.
It does.
You've got to know what Sam Neill looks like now to be able to understand what that looks like Sam Neill.
Sir Anthony Hopkins playing Loki, playing Odin was good.
Yep.
And then him just playing Odin was brilliant. It had a really good dynamic with Thor. Thor's always sort of looking to Odin for. He always just wants to make his father proud, but then it's all about him. How it's like Thor should just be Thor, and that's brilliant. And this there's got so much development. It's got him and Loki's relationship. Mm-hmm. That one scene in the elevator where Thor's like, well, Loki's like, oh, you probably hate me, and then Thor was like, oh, I loved you. You were my brother. I still love you, but I've just accepted that you are the way that you are, and you probably hate me, and that's how it will be. So then you get Loki changing, but not quite changing with when he saves everyone. He's like, your savior has returned. He's brilliant. Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston. You like this movie?
You like this movie more than me, so you've got more to say. Is that all
It's brilliant.
Is that all you got to say?
It's brilliant.
Okay. You have to cut that out because it's disgusting.
Anything else about Thor?
I don't have anything else to say because I don't like it as much as you do.
Would you mind if a next fourth Thor film was like that?
I would love it. I would honestly.
Do you prefer it more to the other Thor?
Yeah, obviously, but yeah.
Yes.
I would. I prefer it more, and I want to see more like that. I just don't think it's Marvel's best stuff.
Moving on to number 2,
Winter Soldier, the first Russo Brothers movie of the top 2, because they seem to be in our top 2. Russo Brothers are the best, going from You, Me, and Dupree to Captain
Community
America and Community, which is good. So can't really fault on that. To Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
And they're probably the best. Yeah, they have defined sort of mostly on Earth Marvel films.
Yeah.
The way, it was this Winter Soldier especially was very, it didn't feel too superhero-y.
No, it felt grounded enough that it was
sort of like a James Bond film.
It felt more like a kind of like political thriller kind of thing. Like it's just the stuff with Robert Redford, who's a great villain in this as well.
Yeah.
Felt like a very like a different kind of movie than we'd ever seen before. Really, for these ones, it felt more serious because it was like killing people for the sake of killing people, and then
the death of Nick Fury.
I think the Hydra reveal is one of the best moments in the MCU ever. I think.
But it was just for one film that was a thing. Like
that means Hydra had to get destroyed. Hydra was still a thing. And
I know, but I wish they did that, and then they haven't focused on Hydra having been Shield apart from the Agents of Shield.
But it didn't
Hydra
need to
shows up
affect that
once.
if you need
in Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
just
but
one guy.
You didn't need to have more Hydra because they basically stopped Hydra from being a big thing, and they're just kind of in the shadows now, and that's kind of what Agents of Shield is doing. They're kind of trying to eradicate them, I assume.
I just wish there'd been more effect on the world.
I think it had a bigger effect on. I think it had a big effect on the world because they don't have anyone to govern them, like the alien shit anymore. So that's why the Avengers stepped in. And that's why Civil War happened, because there wasn't a government agency that was doing this type of shit. So if Hydra weren't a thing, Civil War wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got introduction of Sam Wilson, Falcon.
He's good. I always enjoy a bit of Falcon.
Introduction of Agent Carter.
No.
Sharon Carter. Who
Agent
is
13.
the granddaughter?
Grandniece or something.
Yeah, of
which is a bit creepy
Peggy.
when you think about it. You don't want to dwell on that fact for a while because it does make you a bit creeped out.
What, the fact that he slept with both generations. He only finds out in Civil War though.
I know, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Is it not weird? It's weird. I think this has.
I mean, Wonder Woman's been doing it for
some really cool action as well. Like I think it's not mental.
The bridge
over the top.
sequence.
Like, the bridge sequence. Most of the Winter Soldier stuff is great. I think I don't mind the end bit with the over the top thing, but I don't think it has anything to do. I don't think it has anything on the stuff, the ground level kind of stuff. I think the whole Triskelion getting destroyed by the helicarriers is cool.
Yeah, the first mention of Doctor Strange.
Stephen Strange, yep. Jasper Sitwell dying. Gary Chandler being killed. He's the senator. He goes, Elijah, in a very weird way. He like basically eats someone's ear. You know who he is?
Is he the guy that talks about Stephen Strange?
No, that's Jasper Sitwell. He's
right.
like Robert or something. He's the senator in Iron Man 2 as well. Do you know who he is?
I don't remember.
Oh my god, I need to get up on the phone now. But yeah, what else do you like about this movie?
It's a really cool name.
It is a cool name. Chandling, I think.
It was really...
I got it wrong. It's not Chandler. It's Chandling. Gary Chandling.
Oh, him. Oh,
Yeah.
He's dead.
He died.
Unfortunately. Bucky Barnes is back, maybe, and he's really good. It's really cool how they sort of started the story of his inner struggle and how they continued it.
Yeah.
Into our number one film.
Oh, we're going right into number one now. Okay, here we go. Civil War.
Okay.
Which...
Captain America Civil War, the best Marvel film.
Yeah.
It's just a very good
End of podcast. There you go. Yeah.
Very good superhero film.
It has more emotion than most of these movies combined. Like,
especially the Iron Man finding out that Bucky killed his parents.
I think the conflict with Tony Stark and Tony Stark and Captain America, you can see both their sides, and you want them to.
It's a very good adaptation of the Civil War storyline in the comics.
You can see both their sides. Man.
Yeah,
and I was directly in the center. Like I was like, Captain America's right. I was also like, Tony Stark's also got a bit of a point there. Yeah. And it just for the entire, it was like watching your mum and dad fight because you're like, I can see where you're both coming from. But I want you just to be friends again because I'm really upset watching you beat shit into each other. Like mum and dad don't. Just so you know that.
And then we got Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, first time. It was so cool. I think that trailer made me lose it when he was like, "Hey,
Ruse."
Yep.
Hey, everyone.
I remember watching that and just screaming for hours because I was like, "This is." He looks good in it as well, doesn't he? He looks good.
I remember being very edgy fuckboy and controversial when that trailer came around because I didn't like it because
It's
it
all
looked
CGI.
Yeah, it looked very CGI and it didn't look that good. But they did. He looked better in like other scenes and in
I think he looked
Spider-Man
about the same.
coming.
I think he looked about the same in the rest of Civil War because he is in the. If you watch not the deleted scenes, but if you watch the behind the scenes documentaries and Blu-rays or whatever, he's got the webbing kind of like it's
He
3D.
didn't look like he had a lot of texture.
No, that because they basically went over him. They went over everything he did and got rid of the fact that his webbing was like the black bits on his suit were out 3D-ish, like in Spider-Man 1, in the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. It looked more like that than it did of Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
So they changed it a little bit more to make it more flat. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. And yeah, I think it's the best.
We got Ant-Man being Giant Man, which I predicted.
Yep. Was it hard to predict though? Because there was a Lego set that leaked it way before. Yeah.
This was. I think this was before the time where I like hardcore followed everything that was posted on the internet. But like, because it had been teased in the first one, because he made the Thomas the Tank Engine giant. I was predicting that he'll
become giant.
And he did.
Yeah.
And I was happy.
I think I just like the battle sequence. I like the battle sequence a lot. I think it's really well
done. At
the
airport?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. One of the best scenes of MCU.
I think it's the only 5-star movie.
From you?
Yeah, from me. I think it's the only 5-star movie.
I don't think they have a 5-star movie.
I think they do. I think it's a perfect movie.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I think this is great.
Do you think it's better than Dark Knight?
I want to watch Dark Knight again, but the edgy fuckboy me goes. I don't think the Dark Knight's a bit overrated.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only thing that saves it is the Joker.
Yep.
Yep.
I think it's high five. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what else to say about this movie. I feel like we've not really gone in depth about them, but like we were just kind of counting it down and then saying what we thought and predicting things, and I think it's been.
What are your guys' lists? How have you ranked them? Have you ranked them any different to us? Do you have
I assume you have, because our list is really strange.
Yeah. Do you have a different favorite one? What's your favorite Marvel film?
Civil War, since it only has 2 in our list.
So your top film and your favorite one is the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because a lot of me ranks on enjoyment as well. So it's.
See, that's why I think Civil War's a better film, but Ragnarok's my favorite because of all the shit that's in it.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so you obviously already asked them to tell us what their lists were, but you should also You should post them on Twitter.
Also on Twitter, tweet us at
Ohio Films. Instagram us, probably. I don't know how you do that. Instagram us at Ohio Films. You can tweet us directly if you wanted to. I'm at CamsOG. He's at Real Jordi Steele with an E, as like real as a film reel. Yeah, we'll be back next week with mental Infinity War predictions.
Yeah, we're gonna predict what's gonna happen in Infinity War and the repercussions of that.
So yeah, see you then next Saturday. Bye.
Bye.